Hello everybody, we are here at my parents' house today and we are doing a different video than we usually do. Today we are going to talk about something that's really important to me, something that really needs to be heard. So today I teamed up with Truth and we're going to talk about how Big Tobacco is marketing and profiling to certain groups of individuals. When I was younger, I remember my friends starting to smoke. They would get other people to buy them, they would steal them, they would do whatever they can to get their hands on cigarettes. And them getting their hands on the cigarettes wasn't the start of them wanting to smoke. It's Big Tobacco putting ads out there, trying to make smoking look cool, trying to push their product to as many people as they possibly can. And they've been doing this for a really long time. In fact, back in the day, Big Tobacco used to go to lower income neighborhoods and actually hand out cigarettes. That's insane to me. That blows my mind thinking about that. But here we are, present day, and it's still happening. There are people out there, people that are watching these videos right now, that are going to be persuaded to smoke cigarettes, whether it's by peer pressure, whether it's by marketing, but it's up to you to decide which way this is going to go. But it never got to me. I never tried a cigarette before, and I plan on never smoking cigarettes. For me, it wasn't a hard decision to make. I remember hearing as a kid all the health problems, all the risk of smoking cigarettes. I couldn't believe that people were out there smoking cigarettes. Not only my friends, but my family members. Both of my parents smoked cigarettes, and it killed me. I remember asking them to quit, and it was so hard for me to see them not be able to. I grew up in an era where the facts were out there. People knew what was happening to them when they were smoking cigarettes. So for me, knowing that all these risks were out there, all these dangers, that my parents could become ill, really tore me apart. And I remember begging them to stop smoking, but they were addicted, they couldn't stop. So here's the story for you guys. I was probably about 17 or 18 years old, and we were out riding a spot with all my friends, and I hadn't seen this friend for a while. So straight away, we're enjoying the spot, we're all riding and having such a good time, and my friend breaks out a lighter and a cigarette and he starts smoking. And I see him smoking, finishes that one, another 10 or 15 minutes go by, and that same friend breaks out another cigarette and he has another one. I couldn't believe that he needed another one just like that he was that addicted to it already. As I'm riding, he's over there smoking a cigarette, not even enjoying this awesome spot that we were riding at the time. About 20 minutes later, we rode our bikes across the street to go to another place to go ride. And then I just see him coughing more and more, and then finally he's coughing as hard as he can, and all of a sudden he coughs onto his arm, and I look at him and he's got black tar all over his arm. It just shot out and landed all over the place. And I saw that, and that just totally disgusted me. I just couldn't believe that that smoking that cigarette right there is doing it to you. So why are you gonna keep on doing what you're doing? And he ended up lighting up another cigarette that day. I tried to talk to him. I tried to ask him, why he was doing it, but he just wasn't bothered with it. He was so addicted to it. There was just like no turning back for him. And that killed me, it really did. From my experiences alone and my stories, hopefully that deters you guys from smoking. But also, I'm gonna bring my dad out here, Big Scott BMX, to tell you his experiences growing up smoking. See how it was when he grew up smoking and what brought him to become a smoker. So we're gonna go get my dad and bring him out right now. Dad, you were a smoker for a pretty long time.
Long time.
When did you start?
When I was a kid, 15, 16 years old.
What made you start?
Everybody else is doing it. Seemed like a cool thing to do. Well, I tried it.
So just from friends doing it?
Yeah.
And then at that point, once you started smoking at that age, did you become a full-on smoker?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was hooked. Yeah, I had to have them every day at that point, sure.
How were you getting them?
Well, at that time, they weren't that expensive, 75 cents a pack, so scrape up some change here and there, and you get them from the machine. They also have machines there, too, sure.
So they made it really easy.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all.
That's terrible. As you got older and you kept on smoking, was there ever times where you decided, okay, what they're saying about people that smoke and all these illnesses and sicknesses that they're getting and people that are dying, did that ever go into you and be
always,
like, all right, wow, I want to stop?
Oh, I always say that, but it's so hard to stop. You get so addicted. And, it just becomes part of your lifestyle, your everyday, you live for it, basically.
Yeah.
You want it.
And that's got to be hard, huh?
Yeah, it's very hard, sure. Your mind is telling you just got to stop this, but basically you just couldn't do it.
I remember straight up asking you many times to stop smoking.
Sure.
And you couldn't do it.
No.
It was that much of an addiction.
Yeah, but I wouldn't smoke around you, though.
Yeah, I remember being in the car, you'd be smoking, you'd have the window down and stuff like that. I always hated the smell of cigarettes. I hated every bit of it. And I used to hope and pray that one day he was going to stop. I remember guilt tripping you into stopping, telling you that how important were we to you?
Oh, the ultimate. And nothing more important.
And with that being said, there was a chance that something was going to take you away from us.
Yeah.
And that's what we had to use to get you and my mom to stop smoking.
Right, that's true.
That's pretty insane.
That is.
So you smoked for how many years, you think?
Oh, man, probably 30 years.
30 years, you think?
Yeah, probably.
So you stopped smoking at which age?
Around 45.
Okay, and you're 52 now?
53.
53
yeah,
now.
8 years ago.
So 8 years and you haven't smoked.
No.
Have you noticed anything differently?
Oh yeah, I got a lot more energy.
Your breathing change, you noticed that?
Sure, I could breathe a lot better.
So Dad, if you were going to give advice to any young people out there that are going to be tempted with smoking by whether it be friends or by advertisements or trying to achieve a look, what would you tell them?
Well, I'd tell them don't do it. And you know it's dangerous. You know it's bad for you. Why would you do something that's bad for you? Why would you do something that's dangerous?
Sure.
Why would you do something that's going to make you sick?
You're hearing right there from a man that smoked for 30 years.
About 30 years.
About 30 years.
Sure.
So, and I'm glad you stopped. I really am.
So am I.
I'm really proud of you actually for stopping too.
Good.
So, well, thanks a lot, Dad. I appreciate you putting your input on here because
Sure.
it's valuable, extremely valuable.
Anything I could do to help, you know.
Yeah. No, that's you being a dad right there. So thanks a lot, Dad. I hope that what we just talked about makes it out to some of you guys and gives you guys the strength to stay now. Big Tobacco doesn't have to win this one. It's 2017. We can be the generation that ends it. So finish it. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Until next time, remember to subscribe to the channel and thanks for watching. Peace.